Good day to you and welcome to another Paddocks Club tutorial. Today we're going to look at financial and related duties of sectional title trustees. This arises from an article I read in which somebody analysed all of these things. So I thought I would take you through that. Maybe you can see where you think the article is short or think other things that are important. A subtitle to this would be a 7-point breakdown of the trustees' most important financial duties. Let's start with forecasting and record keeping. Clearly, the trustees prepare and propose an annual budget, estimating the cost to maintain the common property and other administrative expenses. They propose reasonable reserve funds for future common expenses, including the repair and replacement of common areas and unforeseen contingencies. They keep financial books and detailed accounts of the receipts and expenditures related to this property and the administration of the scheme. Let's move on to the second category, raising levies and recovering costs. Now, bear in mind that in all cases you need a trustee resolution. What do? They raise general levies, contributions they're called in the Act, payable by unit owners, and determining the frequency of the payments. So those are normally installments and very usually one every month. They raise special levies or contributions and determine the installments when those are required, when they're reasonably necessary and can't wait until the next AGM. They recover costs from holders of exclusive use rights and determine the installments in that case. And finally, they also recover costs from the holders of future development rights. Again, they determine the installments if that's appropriate. They then collect levies. Probably the most important thing in the lifeblood of any scheme is the levies, so they collect them. In order to do this, they have to open and operate bank accounts on behalf of the body corporate and designate their signatories, unless this in fact is done by the managing agent using his or her accounts. They determine the rate of interest on overdue levies, and again, just to confirm, you need a trustee resolution. They collect levies, depositing them in a proper bank account and use those funds to carry out scheme administration. They enforce payment of the levies by unit owners and by adopting policies and handing over to attorneys or debt collectors the overdue payments. What's the next important thing? Well, they deal with insurance. They require and maintain adequate building insurance. They also should get fidelity insurance for all the trustees, employees and agents who have access to the scheme funds. They must ensure that the managing agent has fidelity insurance in favour of the scheme, or that the scheme has insurance covering the persons concerned. Let's look at enforcement and permissions. They enforce rules of the scheme in regard to the use of the common property and the conduct of the unit owners and occupiers. They follow up on complaints, ensuring due process is followed, making appropriate findings and taking appropriate follow-up action. They enforce architectural controls and other compliance issues, and they consider and grant or refuse permission for various owner and occupier applications, such as to add things to the common property or make changes, enclose balconies, all that sort of thing. They deal with staffing issues. They employ managing agents and contractors, outlining their duties and supervising their activities. They select the professionals, the auditors, attorneys, and any others whose assistance may be required in the management of the scheme. And finally, they deal with maintenance and repairs. They ensure the ongoing care, upkeep and operation, maintenance and security of the common property. They make additions to and repairs to the common property and exclusive use areas in the event of gradual deterioration or sudden damage or destruction by fire or other causes. And they plan and execute improvements and alterations where necessary and in accordance with the owner participation requirements in the prescribed management rules. Thank you for joining me in this short video tutorial. You can tell me what you think I've missed. You can suggest where you think I'm wrong in the discussion forum. Thank you.